In the harsh frontier winters of the 1800s, settlers faced freezing temperatures, scarce resources, and, well, long nights with minimal means of heating their homes. While wood stoves and fireplaces were common, coal became a crucial source of long-lasting, efficient heat. But beyond simply burning coal in a stove, frontier families developed a clever technique that allowed them to store heat and maximize fuel efficiency, a method largely forgotten today. This lost coal bed trick not only kept cabins warm throughout the night, but also conserved precious coal for weeks. The ingenuity behind this practice is as relevant today for survivalists, off-grid enthusiasts, and anyone looking to optimize home heating as it was on the frontier. Frontier families learned to store heat in coal beds to last the night. The key principle behind the frontier coal bed was patience and insulation. Settlers would fill a small iron or steel pan with coal, ignite it, and then allow the embers to burn down to glowing coals. Once they reached the perfect stage, the pan would be placed in a shallow pit or insulated with earth, ashes, or sand. This simple thermal mass technique allowed the coal to retain heat for hours without active flames, radiating steady warmth into the surrounding area. By managing the burn rate and insulating the coals, families could maintain a consistent temperature throughout the night with minimal additional fuel. The trick works because coal retains heat far longer than wood. Coal has a unique property that sets it apart from other fuels: its energy density and slow burn rate. Unlike wood, which burns quickly and produces fluctuating heat, coal glows steadily for hours, releasing heat gradually. Frontier settlers exploited this by controlling airflow and insulation around the coal bed, ensuring that it burned evenly rather than flaring up. Modern practitioners can apply the same principle in off-grid cabins or emergency heating setups. Even a small insulated coal pan placed safely in a room can provide continuous warmth, minimizing fuel usage and reducing the need for constant tending. Proper insulation is the secret to maximizing heat retention. Families use materials at hand: clay, sand, ashes, or even scrap metal to surround the coals. This slowed heat loss and allowed a small amount of fuel to last far longer than it would in an open stove. The principle is simple. The more thermal mass around your heat source, the longer it will radiate warmth. For modern applications, you can replicate this by placing your coal pan on fireproof bricks, surrounding it with stones, or creating a shallow trench filled with sand or ash. The heat retained by these materials gradually radiates into the space, creating a natural, low-maintenance heating system. Ventilation controls the burn and prevents smoke. Too much oxygen and the coals burn too quickly, too little, and smoke accumulates, creating hazards. Frontier families learned to manage airflow by partially covering the coal bed with metal lids, stones, or ash. This principle remains critical today. Anyone using a small coal bed indoors or in a semi-enclosed space should provide a safe venting method, such as a chimney or a small open window. This ensures that carbon monoxide does not accumulate, while still allowing the coals to burn steadily. You can adapt the technique for cooking and emergency heat. Beyond heating, the frontier coal bed trick was often dual purpose. Families would place cast-iron pots or Dutch ovens directly on the glowing coals to cook meals slowly. The same insulated pan could warm water for bathing, thaw frozen food, or even bake simple bread. Modern survivalists can replicate this by using a small insulated coal pan with a metal grate, allowing heat to warm a room while simultaneously providing a slow-cooking surface. This approach maximizes efficiency and mirrors the resourcefulness of frontier life. Recreating a safe coal bed in a modern context. To apply the lost frontier coal bed trick today, start with a small iron pan or cast iron skillet. Place a layer of coal in the pan and ignite it until it forms glowing embers. Once the flames die down, carefully insulate the pan using sand, bricks, or ash, leaving a controlled vent for smoke. Position it on a fireproof surface and keep a safe distance from flammable materials. The coal will radiate steady heat for several hours without the need for constant tending. You can experiment with different insulation materials and pan sizes to find the optimal balance between burn duration and heat output. The frontier coal bed teaches resourcefulness that still matters. What makes this technique remarkable is not just its practicality, but its testament to human ingenuity. Facing scarcity, frontier families devised a method to get maximum warmth from minimal resources, a principle that holds true today. Whether for off-grid living, emergency preparedness, or simply appreciating historical survival skills, the lost coal bed trick offers lessons in efficiency, patience, and clever use of natural materials. By understanding and adapting this method, modern enthusiasts can heat spaces safely, conserve fuel, and gain a deeper appreciation for the resilience of those who lived on the frontier. If you found this guide fascinating and want to discover more historical survival tricks, practical DIY solutions, and clever tools from the past, subscribe to Backyard Wisdom and share this video with fellow enthusiasts. Learning from history equips us with practical knowledge and skills that remain surprisingly relevant in the modern world.